Good up there.
I don't know about you, but here's 10 things I hate about being called smart. 1. Being smart is hard. It's like a skill that students have but don't get paid enough for. Why not give us extra credit just for coming to class on time? 2. Do I look like a human dictionary to you? I mean, I know my report card spells out angelic sounds. Ah! That's because I'm conscientious. 3. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm an overachiever. I like to go over what is expected of me to fulfill my dreams, whether I like it or not. 4. Homework plus overachiever status plus procrastination equals no sleep. The average amount of sleep that a teenager like me should have is like, what, 8? I don't know. I'm not genius. The only things that I run on every day are 4 hours of sleep and a medium-sized cup of coffee from 7-Eleven. 5. My classmates keep coming to me for help. It's as if I'm their only hope of getting a good grade without them having to lift up a single finger. It sickens me to see that they never learn to do things for themselves. Oh, and speaking of which, to the girl who sits behind me in history class, though I would love to be nice and help you to finish your work, you demanded that I did your work for you, so, no. Either ask your teacher for help or do your work yourself. I've got 99 problems on this assignment, and it looks like you just became unnecessary work. 6. Being smart isn't defined by the A on my report card. Same for how F's don't equal to stupidity. I don't know about you, but both smart and stupid begin with the letter S, so stop complaining and we can be a little both, so start doing something. 7. I worry too much about my grades. Failure has become my greatest fear. But the thing is, I fail at being perfect. Because 3, I'm not a perfectionist, I'm an overachiever, and yes, I can be lazy sometimes. Okay, maybe all the time, but motivation and determination is always key. But let me remind you again that 1, being smart is hard. 6, being smart isn't defined by the A on my report card. 7, I really worry about my grades, that I barely make enough time for my family and friends. My BFFs have already found a replacement for me, someone who's willing to make time for them because I always say that I'm too busy. 8. Just because you think I'm smart doesn't mean that that should be the only thing that I'm recognized for. It doesn't mean that you'd be lucky to have me in your group. It doesn't mean that my knowledge should be the only reason for you to talk to me. It doesn't mean anything. 9. I have the stereotypical Asian parents. I have no choice but to be smart. I can't act stupid, but I prefer to call it being lazy, because being called stupid is just plain offensive. 7, I really worry about my grades so much that I get depressed, have mental breakdowns, stress, and cry. I care too much about my future, but people care too much about their social lives. 10. You now know that I'm not the best at counting. I like to count backwards, hitting the negative integers before resuming forward. But guess what? Success shouldn't be determined by your level of intelligence. Being intelligent shouldn't mean moving on from your past failures. Because work ethic, determination, the right mentality, and a few failures is all that it should take to be somebody.